female brothers, we are back. Warhammer lore. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Hells yeah, dog. I'm ready. Lock in. We are over-analyzing all lore of every video game, TV show, and cartoon ever made. We are reacting to everything daily, one video a day. All lore will be consumed. Weekly Warhammer. We are so back, gamers. And today we're doing a deep dive on the Deathwatch. So I read a couple of Warhammer novels, and Warhammer is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And I heard the Deathwatch. There's this one novel where an Inquisitor finds out about this alien Xenos race that's kind of becoming friends with Slaanesh, and it got really cool, so he called it the Deathwatch, and they were so f***ing awesome. Literal alien fuckers, alien murderers. They just show up and obliterate a couple of Xenos. They don't give a fuck. They just lock in and they cook. So I'm ready. I'm ready to see some Deathwatch lore. All I know is that they're alien hunting Spec Ops Marines, and fuck, I love them. They're racist in the good way. Now, before diving deeper into the chaos, this video is sponsored by the glorious individuals over at Realms of Pixel. Begin your journey now through pixelated worlds. It's a beautiful pixel art landscape designed with strategic battles and engaging storylines. You build up your hero lineup, you explore vast worlds, you conquer challenging dungeons, and you honestly just have a nice cozy time. Do you want to do something while you're sitting on the toilet and listening to me yap? This is the perfect adventure for you. With endless fun and variety, a plethora of game modes and mini games that are regularly updated, there's always something new to keep you engaged. There is effortless hero progression where you can level up and enjoy your pixel heroes immediately. There are massive heroes, deep strategy, thrilling PvP, and multiplayer battles. The community is cool, the quests are awesome. It is an addictive game that everyone is playing right now. It is getting huge as the newest RPG in 2025. I love the retro pixel art style. I love how visually stunning it looks. And I just honestly love the vibes of this game. It's an idle 24/7 gameplay for effortless progression. It plays on its own. Beautiful pixel art style, dope looking characters and skins. It is relaxing and intense, perfect for killing time. It is also free to play with no ads. To get extra experience, coined, and other important materials, it will be helpful to use my VIP code in the early stages of playing the game. There will be a login award with 10 draws per day, where you can get up to 4,000 draws in total. Link in the description, and thanks Realm of Pixel for sponsoring today's chaos. Alright, I'm ready, baby.
Hi, friends. Aliens
Hello.
are cool, right?
No! Heretic! Purge them!
No, they aren't.
That's what okay, yeah, I agree. Whew, I got scared for a second he was a heretic. Subscribe for less heresy.
And if you said yes, neither are you, heretic.
Yeah!
That's right. Today we're getting xenophobic. Even more so than the standard 40k
so
xenophobia,
based.
because
So
today
based.
we're talking about everyone's favorite black armor-clad space marines. Are you kidding me? I obviously wasn't talking about them.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about the Xenos Hunters of the Imperium, the Deathwatch.
Yeah, baby! It's 24, that's what it's all about. Power of hate, let the hate run through you. These people don't just live with hate, they run on hate. And God, that is so relatable.
The Deathwatch are the chamber militant of the Ordo Xenos branch of the Inquisition,
Hell yeah.
and they were technically made during the tail end of the War of the Beast, but officially founded
The War of the Beast.
after the war. The idea of the Deathwatch was born when Lord Commander Courland, also known as Slaughter, also known as the dude with the dumbest but also coolest nickname in the Imperium.
Bro's name is Slaughter? Hey Slaughter, how's it going? That's crazy. Dude, like literally, this game is like testosterone on steroids. Holy shit.
Required elite kill teams to combat the beast and complete key objectives.
Like, dude, Warhammer is so fucking full of testosterone that they can make gay sex straight. Now, if that's not high praise, I don't know what is.
Unfortunately for
No one expects the Space Inquisition.
Mr. Slaughter, most of his forces were, ironically, slaughtered
That's crazy. That's fucked up. That's not right, dude.
by the humongoid orc wall, and no marines less than a veteran will be able to carry out his vital orders.
Oh god.
So what's a guy to do when he doesn't have enough marines to finish his 2,000 point list? Well, steal some of his friends' marines, of course.
Base.
Courland assembled his kill
Bro made a kill team of the most racist Marines in the galaxy. That's crazy. Bro literally made the Avengers assemble of the most racist space marines of every legion, put them together to be an elite Xenos hunting spec op force. That is so good. When orcs nearly conquered Terra, they realized they needed an expert Xenos kill squad. That is the greatest lore of all time. This is literally a Spec Ops team designed on pure genocide. God, I fucking love Warhammer so much. This is no longer casual racism. This is competitive racism.
Teams from various veterans of the shredded chapters under his command. And for their inaugural mission, he eased them into their new role by sending them on a relatively easy mission.
Nice.
You know, these kill teams were sent to take out an attack moon.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't think I even need to explain what an attack moon is for you to realize how crazy it is.
It's a fucking moon. It's a giant weapon. It's Egghead's it's Eggman, Dr. Eggman's gun from Sonic, except way stronger and scarier.
To send a few Marine squads to take one down. But I will. An attack moon is a gigantic orc ship that, as its name suggests, attacks and is shaped like a moon. Due to a little thing called physics, an attack moon's gargantuan size means that it can cause major damage to planets just by teleporting close to them and letting gravity all over the place.
That's fucking crazy. I'm shocked. They use gravity as a weapon. It's just a giant, massive ship the size of a moon that teleports in the proximity of planets and lets its gravity fuck you up. Bro, this is the Death Star on steroids. That's crazy. That is the most randomly broken weapon of all time. This is some Gurren Lagann shit for real. Oh my god.
That's no moon. It's an attack moon. Once the war—
Bro, that makes the Death Star look lame and gay. Bro, what do you do, Death Star? You shoot lasers at planets and you know, you just sit there in one spot and you just kind of do your thing and you just, you know, float around a little bit and then you have to recharge your lasers. Bro, this is so terrifying. They teleport within the gravitational forces of other planets and just fuck them up. God damn. By the way, something funny. In one of the Warhammer novels I read, there was like an orc fleet, and it turns out that the ships are so full of orcs. The orcs, they pack into ships like they're subway like cars in New York. Like fucking sardines, like literally packed to the gills with just orcs. Like, and you know that this is an actual Death Star full to the brim and overflowing with orcs.
War was over, the Ordo Xenos was officially established alongside the Deathwatch since the Beast Wah showed the High Lords that aliens were in fact a threat and not just some stupid morons to shoot out while the Marines waited for some Chaos guys to kill.
Based. It's like most of them are focusing on like demons and shit, and it's like, hey guys, we need a competitive racism branch, and we are going to be multiplying racism with cancer.
New Space Marine chapter was called the Deathwatch,
God,
since
I love
they were
them.
meant to monitor the Imperium's death by the hands of Xenos that the Imperial Lords had foretold of, which honestly is a lot cooler than being called Deathwatch because, watch me cause death, brother Killgun. With the new
I disagree. I think that's pretty based, honestly.
Inquisitorial order established, it was decided that the Deathwatch would be an inquisitorial force, but it would be led by a Space Marine chapter master so that they would still retain a bit of autonomy even while under the Inquisition.
Yeah, so the one that I read that the Inquisition, basically they found out that there was this alien force that was on some random planet that was friendly with Slanesh and the Chaos Gods, and they had some sort of ancient book that if you read it you go insane and shit. So basically they called up the Deathwatch. The Deathwatch shows up and genocides the entire alien species because it would be too dangerous if you could have an alien that actually read this book survive. So they just go in there and they fucking genocide everyone. And it's like, did we do good, sir? And they're like, yes, good job. It's like, hell yeah.
Also, small aside, the first chapter master, or watch commander as the Deathwatch would call in order to stay on brand, was a dude called Asgar Warfist.
Bro, that's crazy.
What a name.
Dude, all their names are insane. It is I, Commander Killgun Nukebottom.
He might just take Corlin's title for dumbest, but also coolest name with that one. But anyways, let's talk about the real reason the Deathwatch was founded. It was made because it's freaking cool, bro.
Yeah,
Black armor is cool. Having a bunch of Space Marine chapters squad up to kill aliens is cool. Stealing said aliens' weapons and using them to kill even more aliens is cool.
Wait, they use alien weapons because they're more effective at killing aliens. That's crazy, dude. That's insane.
Even their name is freaking cool. The Deathwatch. Come on, man.
You're right.
You can't.
It's like, I love how it's like, you have the Virgin Game of Thrones with the Night's Watch. You have the Chad Warhammer with the Deathwatch.
Tell me that having a kill team with a vampire, a werewolf, and an emo isn't cool.
Bro, it's literally like, it's Monster Hunter, where instead of, killing the monsters, taking monster weapons to kill more monsters, it's just genocidal freaks.
Wait, that's just Twilight. Damn it. Luckily, though, that kill team had a shark to make it less Twilight.
Yeah!
But yeah, the Deathwatch defining trait, their 1-minute elevator pitch, is that they're the Spec Ops dudes made up of a bunch of different Space Marine chapters. Sheesh. Almost every chapter is ready to send veterans to serve in the Deathwatch if the need arises.
It literally is like the Night's Watch, where, the Night's Watch on the wall, like, worried about the wildlings and shit in Game of Thrones, where they get, like, basically, savages from every one of the 7 kingdoms. Like, the Deathwatch is like that equivalent. Where, instead of that, they're just running on pure racism.
Only one has ever been said to have refused sending Marines to the Deathwatch, and they were eternally shamed for it. By drawing from a diverse range of Space Marines, the Deathwatch is more tactically flexible due to the unique skill sets of the various chapters and is able—
Yes, the various chapters. The nice chapter, the speedy chapter, and the depressed chapter all unite forces.
able to learn from the Marines' experiences fighting different Xenos species.
That's why they have that, because all the chapters fought in different quadrants of the galaxy. They all have experience murdering different aliens. So they put a squad together of the Deathwatch so they can always have elite alien killers. Oh my god, I love how it's just actual utilitarianism on steroids.
Depending on the chapter, service in the Deathwatch can be a great honor, a punishment, or just a convenient way to get rid of Marines that the chapter just doesn't really like.
Bro, dude, it literally is the Night's Watch. They're like, listen, dude, we don't really like you. You're too violent. You're too vicious. You hate aliens a little too much. Don't worry. Go to the Deathwatch.
But no matter the reason, the Marines that are sent to the Deathwatch are usually some of the best killers in the chapter, if not the best killers in the chapter. The Deathwatch regularly carries out near suicidal, ultra-important missions, and as such, they mostly recruit veteran Marines.
Bro, it's the inglorious bastards of the Imperium of Man. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. It's like, listen, sir. Listen, Space Marine. Unfortunately, we are going to have to let you go. We are on critical missions on a massive times crunch, and you spend way too much time sitting in the background murdering aliens. To the Deathwatch with you.
And the ones who aren't veterans are just particularly talented in the art of shooting an alien's head off with a cool explodey gun.
Yeah.
To be selected to be sent to the Deathwatch, a Marine needs heart, body, and soul.
Yeah.
As such, they're usually appraised by a captain for their skill in battle, an apothecary for their physical fitness, and a chaplain for the strength of character, and if they have a soul fit for blasting aliens. When recruiting
crazy. You are given the highest honor.
The Deathwatch, the Marine paints their armor all black except for the right pauldron and left arm. The right pauldron is left in their original chapter colors so that the armor's machine spirit isn't disturbed.
That's cute.
Stupid racist machine spirit. Except, I guess that joke doesn't really work since the machine spirit actually gives the Deathwatch its color diversity, so... I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. It was a bad
DEI spirit
joke, guys. Berate me in the comments, if you will. But in addition to their colorful pauldron, they also have their iconic silver arm, just like Keanu Reeves and Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
And just like Mr. Silverhand, the Deathwatch Marines use specialty rounds for their hand cannons.
God damn.
Just like the Winter Soldier, they're mega indoctrinated super soldiers.
Yeah. They don't need to be unlobotomized. They just need to kill aliens.
Let's address that last part first. When joining the Deathwatch, the Marines are given extra hypno-indoctrination on top of the standard indoctrination given.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the Xenos in 40k have, like, psychic powers. You want your guys to be so ideologically driven to massacre an entire species. I understand. This is completely justifiable.
First becoming a Marine, they're taught to be even more blindly devoted to the Emperor, to be even more xenophobic, and the knowledge of how to dispatch all known Xeno species with efficiency is implanted directly into their brains.
Oh my god, they actually go through, like, hypno-lobotomized fucking mandated therapy to just see red every time they see an alien and how to kill them most efficiently.
It's kind of like the Matrix scenes, except instead of Kung Fu, they're taught Xeno F you.
Nice.
But finally, last and most fun of the recruitment process, each Deathwatch member has special training sessions, and these fun little activities consist of being put into a tiny cell called a penance box, getting a cute little psycho stim hat, and then being forced to witness their brothers being brutally killed by a variety of Xeno species.
Dog. Bro, they make them watch fucking Yu Yu Hakusho's Chapter Black. They lock them in a little room, put a headset on them so they could literally trauma groom them into hating aliens more. They make them witness the most atrocious deaths of their friends and family in the hands of aliens just to make them more racist. That is the most fucked up shit ever. And also, so unbelievably Warhammer. The most Warhammer lore of all time.
And this isn't just them watching it, mind you. The box and hat make it so that the Marine experiences the things firsthand, and they feel the pain and sensation of their fallen brothers.
Dude, that is fucking crazy. That's insane. Oh my god.
At the time of their death. It's kind of like a souped up 4D SpongeBob ride. You see the events, you feel the motions, you smell the smells. It's the whole package. So they could feel the rending claws of a gene stealer tearing them apart, feel their molecules being shredded by a Necron's Gauss blaster, feel the burning sensation of being melted by hails of Tau plasma, or whatever horrible fate may befall a noble warrior of the Emperor. On the bright side, the Watch Council does make sure that the Marines don't see any footage of their own chapter being killed, unless that Marine's being punished or something.
Dude, that's crazy. Dude. They don't just collect people that hate aliens. They make them live through the worst atrocities aliens have ever committed to brainwash them into the worst fucking, most hatred-pilled people of all time. ReZero Returned by Death has nothing on this shit. Living through the eyes of your brothers dying endless times in the hands of aliens purely to make you more racist. This is actual racist grooming extraordinaire. Oh my god, Warhammer is literally peak. Literally peak. This is the edgiest universe of all time for all the right reasons. And to be honest, and I know people are gonna hate this take, I would argue that it is ethical. I would argue that it is ethical for the Imperium of Man to develop a squad like this to wipe out these Xenos. They need these people to be out there to fucking get rid of these guys. Anything to stop chaos. Holy shit.
Watching their own chapter being slaughtered, that would just be too torturous for the torture indoctrination.
Ethical
As
racism.
if seeing your friends getting killed wearing a different color would really make the experience any more fun.
That's it.
And unsurprisingly, these sessions are hated. But they do teach the Marines to abhor the alien, and it instills them with a murderous fury that they can unleash when the time calls. It should be noted here that even though the Deathwatch is taught to hate the Xenos more than GW writers apparently do, the Deathwatch isn't always just insta-kill on sight to any alien they see.
What?
Depending on the occasion, the Deathwatch may spare the more reasonable Xenos like Tau or Eldar in order to further their study or to steal their tech for themselves.
That's crazy. They only don't kill them if they can use them in a way to kill them later, better, more efficiently. I will let you live so I can learn to wipe out your entire species. Goddamn, cold and calculated hatred. So much better than the flashy lame type.
Which leads to our next point.
They only do ethical xenocide.
And probably my second favorite aspect of the chapter. The Deathwatch are generally allowed to employ any means necessary to fulfill their objectives.
Yeah.
As such, their arsenal is vast and a lot less restrictive than other Imperial forces. A few restrictions that they spit in the face of is not using Xenos tech and not being able to make any technological innovations. Along with killing the Xenos, the Deathwatch are also commonly tasked with...
Right, you're not allowed to make technological innovations because, 20,000 years before this time period, they basically, there was like something called the Dark Age of technology, where technology got too advanced and AI started taking over, and there was like this whole massive civil war, humans versus the machines. So basically, they put a cap on technological advancement, so they never actually get to that level of technology again. And for one, that's one reason why they put a cap on that. Also for chaos purposes. But basically, they kind of let you get away with it if it's for killing aliens. That's the only technological advancements they're okay with.
Recovering Xenos artifacts and weapons in order to study the enemy, and sometimes they get to keep these cool toys for themselves. The mechanics often modifying or reverse engineering such things to fit Imperial use. Some notable things they've been said to use are modified Tau guns, Necron phase blades, and Eldar skulls for servo skulls.
Holy shit.
They also usually give them silly names to half-heartedly cover their Xenos origin. Things like Eastern Fringe Artillery and Xenos Phase Blade.
Bro, they literally renamed them to trick other people. They're like, all right, brothers, we have to rename our Xenos weapons because other people will be upset that we're using their technology, but they're really fucking good at killing aliens, so let's come up with something.
No, it's not called a Xenos Phase Blade because it's from a Xenos, you moron. It's because I phased it through the Xenos to kill them.
Yeah!
On the less heretical side of the armory, the Deathwatch have ready access to special bolter patterns with unique bolt rounds like Dragonfire, Hellfire, Kraken, Vengeance, and many more. Those first two not actually being incendiary rounds, despite what their name suggests. Infernos are the proper incendiary rounds. Dragonfires actually release superheated gas, and Hellfire shoot thousands of acid-covered needles into whatever unfortunate idiot let themselves get shot.
Bro, dude. They're the war crime department. They use fucking chemical warfare, acid needles. What the fuck? That's insanity.
They're actually called Hellfire because you fire them out of a gun and you say, "What the hell?" when you hear how horrible it sounds to get.
That sounds horrible. Acid needles? Oh my god.
A million needles explode into your tummy.
Bro, dude, Geneva Convention? More like Geneva Suggestions.
And then there's like a million other bolt rounds that I won't get into in this video, but one I do think are cool are Bane bolts. These are bolts made after Archmagister Erexia spent her entire life developing them, and they're said to be the perfect bolt shell.
That's nice.
If they're shot at center mass, they can kill any target.
It's mutagenic acid. It's acid that attacks your DNA. Dog, that's fucked up.
Some other cool weapons they have are shotguns with special shells, which should be self-explanatory, frag cannons, which should be self-explanatory, and Infernus heavy bolters, which should be self-explanatory, but if that last one isn't, they are literally heavy bolters with heavy flamers taped underneath. It's heavy Inception.
Oh my god! Heavy weapons, heavy artillery squared! Oh my god!
But it's not just...
I will shoot you and burn you at the same time! What are you gonna do, sue me?
Their guns either. Their armor can also be modified to have enhancements. One particularly cool one being...
And the funniest thing is, they work for the Inquisition, so they literally, they have more authority than anyone else. Like, what are you gonna do? You can never actually report these people because they work for the Inquisition. Oh my god. Dude, my favorite line from Inquisitor Eisenhorn was when they started like heckling him with something like a court system when he basically blew up half a planet, and he's like, "My patience is limited, unlike my authority." And then everyone immediately shut up because they knew he could just basically say, "All right, all of you guys, death penalty, no lawyers, goodbye." And it's, oh my god.
Active camouflage. So, much like a Halo Elite or a real-life cuttlefish, some Deathwatch operatives can change their armor color to blend in with their surroundings.
That's nice.
This, in addition to sound suppressors in their armor, makes them excel in stealth. And, finally, they have a special gunship just for them called the Corvus Blackstar, which, that's like the coolest name ever, come on.
That's pretty cool.
Next, let's quickly go over their tactics. Unlike most chapters, the Watch deploys almost exclusively kill teams made up of all specialists and are usually commanded by an Inquisitor. Each kill team is specifically made up of operatives that would best suit the mission. For example, if you need to destroy a Tyranid horde, you might bring a Blood Angel for their melee specialty and experience with Tyranids, a Salamander to lay covering fire and burn swaths of bugs, and perhaps a White Scar to match the Nid's speed and hack them down. Or you can make a team of an Iron...
It's an actual army of Spec Ops. It's insane.
Iron Hand, Imperial Fist, and Ultramarines to put the enemy to sleep and bore them to death.
Damn.
I'm just kidding. I actually like the Ultramarines and Imperial Fist. They're pretty cool. And finally, let's go over some of their unique and cool operatives. Sometimes when a mission doesn't require an entire kill team or it requires a more stealthy approach, the Deathwatch can send a Kill Marine. These Marines act as lone operatives and can go on long missions to infiltrate and investigate potential threats or targets. Wait, they're kill Marines because they're just one Marine and not a team.
Wow.
This might win the award for the dumbest but also coolest name.
It's the greatest naming scheme of all time. Bro, it's the kill team, the kill squad, the kill Marine, the kill duo. They just put kill in front of their fucking status, and that's what they do. It's pretty goddamn basic, okay? But it works, all right? Why are you hating?
Next up are the Black Shields, and they're probably the most popular special operas of the Deathwatch since they're pretty cool. Black Shields originated during the Horus Heresy since during the Heresy, some Marines would just leave their chapter and work alone. Most commonly this happened because the Marines Legion would turn traitor or they rejected the path that their Primarch took. But it could also be as simple as a Marine just being so tired of the heresy that they decide to leave their chapter and do their own thing.
Wait, no, dude. Massive civil war, and they're like, all right, dude, I really don't have patience to kill humans. I would really much rather kill aliens. So they just leave. They just leave at the most critical point in history. And they just go fuck off and kill aliens somewhere to make themselves feel better. And then they become the most exclusive alien killers in the galaxy. That's incredible. Oh my god.
In present times, Black Shields most commonly work alongside the Deathwatch as they no longer associate with their home chapter. Generally, becoming a Black Shield is seen as one of the most dishonorable things a Marine can do as they betray their chapter and they sever all ties. As such, other Marines treat Black Shields as ill omens and they're usually not ever accepted back into their home chapter. However, Deathwatch is willing to accept any Marine who's skilled enough to kill some aliens, so they're open to taking in Black Shields.
Listen, that's what I like about the Deathwatch. They're a place of inclusivity, of wholesomeness, of love. It's a wonderful time, a beautiful time where people could come together despite the difference in the color of your skin or the color of your armor. As long as you have a deep-seated hatred for aliens and unbelievable amounts of racism, you will be more than welcome to be part of their ranks. Even if you are shunned, even if you are looked down as lesser, the Deathwatch sees everyone as equal. Except for aliens, which should all fucking die brutal deaths.
In battle.
So beautiful. United by racism. Oh, I cry. If only we could be more like the Deathwatch.
Black Shields are noted as
that was a joke, guys. That was a joke.
Being unusually reckless and sacrificial, likely due to the shame of being shunned from their chapter, disillusionment with their original chapter, or simply just to fit the lone wolf archetype and get a cool death scene.
Yeah.
One notable Black Shield is former Ultramarine Captain Demetrian Titus.
The GOAT! Wait, that's crazy! Titus became a Black Shield? Oh my god!
After being tried for heresy by the Inquisition and eventually being deemed free of taint, he was inducted into the Deathwatch, where he served as a Black Shield since he believed himself to be a disgrace to his chapter. However, in a rare exception, he was welcomed back into his original chapter when Chief Librarian Tigerius found him on a mission. That's the Deathwatch. They're really cool and definitely my top 5 favorite chapters. I like the Supa chapters, I like
crazy.
The Spec Op feel, and I like their use of cool-ass, super illegal weaponry.
You know the biggest difference between the God Emperor of Mankind and Donald Trump? See, according to Donald Trump, you gotta get rid of all illegal aliens. But according to the Emperor of Mankind, all aliens are illegal! Definitely subscribe for more hard-hitting commentary.
Sure, they're kind of in a making the stupidest decision ever competition with the Grey Knights, but who really cares when they look this damn cool? Also, I'm super hyped to play as a Deathwatch Titus in Space Marine 2.
God damn! Alright, we gotta do Space Marine 2 lore, I think. I'll be honest. I did Space Marine 1 lore. I didn't end up doing Space Marine 2 lore. We gotta do a lore dive on Space Marine.
So that's another big reason I made this video. But yeah, how can you not like Spec Op Marines in all black armor who use alien guns to kill aliens? Thank you everyone for watching.
Insane! God damn! Definitely check out Crack Duck. I love his lore dive videos. But anyway, more importantly, subscribe to me! Because we are doing weekly Warhammer. We are absorbing all Warhammer lore. I'm working on putting together a roster to start a Warhammer podcast book review club situation where we will be reading Warhammer books and overanalyzing them and reviewing them. Guys, definitely lock in, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I'm excited. Daily videos here on Taku, and I'll see you later. Bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.